So it's Monday, and I've got an interesting story for you. It starts off pretty sad, actually, and then gets annoying, and then ends up okay, and there's a lesson to learn from all of this. But it starts off about a month and a half ago when I'm still trying to get all my inventory ready for Christmas, buy as much as I can. And so every morning I get up, especially on the weekends, and I scour through Facebook Marketplace looking for good deals. Within, a reasonable driving distance. And I try and line them up so I can hit 4 or 5. And that's a way to make some money, spend some cash, stimulate the local economy, and just, get inventory. And I see a deal that I think must be too good to be true. It's 10 Switch games for $80. And I do, just some quick napkin math. And I see that probably this is going to end up making me, $200. So 100% profit, basically. It's some guy he wants to meet about, 20 minutes north of where I live at a gas station I go to. Typically, it's kind of in the country, kind of not in the country. A place that, I know where it is. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I'm talking to him. He says, yeah, I'm the guy in the white Dodge with the dent in the front. So that's a good way to, to introduce yourself, I guess. I pull up there, pull into the parking lot, go in. I think I get like an energy drink, and I'm sitting in my car with the heat on because it's cold. It's cold in Michigan that time of year. And sure enough, this car pulls up with a big dent in it. Guy comes out wearing t-shirt and shorts, typical Michigan guy, winter weather. And we get to talking, and he has these games, and it's not a scam at all, but he looks, a little haggard. And this is where it gets sad. I find out that he's selling these games because his ex-wife died, and they were her games, and he's had them for 6 months, and I think he's trying to move on. And he mentions that she died in a car crash, and he needs the money to fix the car. And it's very just like, oh, geez, is this? He didn't spell it out for me, and I'm not going to ask, but I think you know what's going on here. It's kind of a sad story. And I say, okay, I can give you more than $80 for the games. He goes, no, I just want them gone. I want them out of here. I want to move on. So I give him $100 just because that's, the most he'll take for it. I go home. That same day, I list the games. A lot of them sell pretty fast because Switch games are a pretty in-demand commodity. And I get one buyer who says, would you say that these games are in excellent condition? And I said, yeah, they're in excellent condition. Like, they were adult owned. They're farming games or life simulator games. I think it was the one he was asking about was My Time at Porsche, which is like a life simulator game that's geared towards adults. So they were adult owned. They were cared for. No, marks, no nothing, no tears in the artwork or the case, for that matter. And he's paying up for it. He's paid $60 for it. And around then, I'd say the market price was maybe $50 for that game, but it was in great condition. So I said, yeah, I'll price up. It's the holidays. I want someone who's going to appreciate this to buy it. And normally, pricing up does that. Pricing up, everyone says one of the biggest problems with selling things too cheap or selling cheap things in general is that you get bad buyers. People who are stingy or don't have the financial situation to pay up for an item, and they end up making their financial problems your problems down the line. And that's something that I believe in usually works, so I don't feel bad going a bit above market price if an item is in demand and if it's worth it. If I can justify it being worth it, then I'll do that. Maybe I was naive to not see this coming, but he gets it and sends me this, it's a diatribe. It's this huge series of bullet points about how this game was not in excellent condition. He goes, there's pitting on the cover. There's creases in the artwork on the spine of the artwork. He said, the only thing in excellent condition is the interior of the case in the game. And I'm thinking okay, man, I'm sorry that my discerning eye is not to your level, not good enough for you. What do you want me to do about this? And he goes, well, I'll accept the $25 refund for my time and effort. And I'm just okay, I see what's going on here. people think that if they lead with this over the top, I'm so angry, you know, then they're going to get the person on the other side of the phone or the phone call or the email to, I don't know, bow down to them, succumb to the pressure. And if you guys know me, and if you've been coming back for these videos the past 21 days, thank you so much for doing that. And the comments and the likes and the new subscriptions. I really do love sharing these stories about growing my business through the lens that I think I can uniquely provide. And so if you've been one of those people, you know me, you know I don't do very well with being yelled at or talked down to, or called a liar, or called, you know, I'll tell you what else he said about me later on in the video, because he doesn't stop here. So I say, okay, like, hey man, just say it's not as described. I'll pay for return shipping, you know, and then in the back of my head, I'm going, you know, I'll take it up with eBay and I'll get it reimbursed. And I just want this guy not to, like, you know, take a dump in the case and send it back to me or something crazy like that, because I'm getting crazy guy vibes. So sure enough, in these states of the return, he has until December, I think 12th to mail it back to me. Nothing happens. 1 week passes. Nothing happens. 2 weeks pass. Nothing happens. I'm thinking, okay, this was just a ploy to get some money out of me. I didn't say I would do it, so now he's keeping the game because it's in great condition. It's not. I didn't lie about the condition of the game. He said I did, but I you know, don't think I did. You know, maybe I did miss like one minor, like there were creases on the spine of the game. So yes, I guess I lied in his mind by not saying that the spine of the game had been creased in a way that's not even noticeable if the game is closed. But anyways, I digress. 3 weeks, well, 1 day minus 3 weeks pass, and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to close without me needing to do anything. I'll get the money back. It's a pain in the butt. But he sends it back. So what do you think? You think he played the game and was done with it? You know, what happened there? Why did he wait so long? And it's going to be ironic in a minute, but you'll see. So he sends it back on I receive it on Friday, like 3 days ago. This happened really recently. I receive it on Friday. He boxed it nice. You know, I think that, you know, I'm trying to be, someone in the comments a few days ago said, you judge others by their actions and yourself by your intentions. And that really did hit home for me. So I'm trying to be less judgmental. Maybe he wasn't a deranged weirdo trying to rob me. Maybe he was just very particular about things and a little OCD and had a bad week. I don't know. I have no clue. But he sent it back, packaged fine. Took a while, which I don't care about, but you'll see in a minute. Took a long time to send it back to me. And I get it, and then by Sunday, when I'm doing all my computer work, because I took Saturday off because I've been working, you know, 21 days in a row, it feels like, or literally that many days in a row. Take Saturday off. The refund's due by Monday, today, and I refund them on Sunday at, like, I don't know. I'm watching the football game, so it's like 10:30 probably. Immediately after I refund him, negative feedback. He goes, and I'm going to paraphrase for you, and you'll figure out in a second. Where do I start? This guy is a two-faced scoundrel, liar. You know, he blocked me. No shit, I blocked you. You're an abusive, bad buyer. You're not the kind of person that I want to sell things to if you're that particular about asinine details. He said I blocked him, which I did. I said I was rude to him, which I wasn't rude to him. I just said send it back. I didn't go out of my way to, like, refund him a partial refund with that money, but I wasn't rude to him. He says all these things, and then finishes saying that, like, I'm a non-genuine seller of low character and should always be avoided at all costs. And I'm thinking, oh, and he also said I waited until the last day to refund him. I waited 2 days, 1 day basically after receiving it, and he waited until the last day to send it back, which is just, you know, I don't care. And why don't I care? For the same reason that I had to paraphrase this negative feedback, because it got removed. I said, eBay, this is crazy. This guy's nuts. He is making personal attacks after I refund him within all the allowed time frames, can you please remove this? And sure enough, within 20 minutes, that negative feedback gets obliterated, fades into the ether, and I'm back to my 100% positive feedback rating. Here's the kicker, though. I sold them that game for about $60, I think I said, around there, maybe a little more with tax. I might have sent an offer. You know what it just sold for a day on Amazon? $20 more, $80. I mean, that's what I'm saying is he, by complaining and trying to get a better deal, he ends up either playing the game and sending it back, in which case I guess he did win, or getting a worse deal, and I just sold it on Amazon and I make $20 more. So I guess by being a liar and being a two-faced scoundrel, I made myself an extra $20.